Warning! This video may contain language and violence. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, for our feature presentation.
The people in the city are going on about their day, until one British girl notices two guys with a robot coming towards their town.
Oh my god, what's that over there?
Her friend also sees the robot coming towards them as well, getting scared in the process.
Holy shit! Should we get out of here?
That obviously doesn't look too good. Let's get out of here!
Everyone run!
They run away, out of fear of getting killed by the two guys controlling their robot. The two guys are revealed as brothers Eddie and Jimmy Voodoo, who built the robot and programmed it to destroy the city. The robot then starts attacking the city by firing its lasers several times, swipes people out of their way, and tries to stomp on people, scaring them to death. They even come across a man with his dog, and another person telling everyone to run for their lives.
Everybody run! There's a robot coming for us! Ah!
Here, you want my dog? You can have him!
The dog barks as the robot fires at both of them. The dog person then gets his dog while he's still alive and runs away from the robot. Then, a female police officer comes out to try stopping the robot, but gets cut off when it swipes her out of the way.
All right, robot. Stop right there. You're under arrest. Ah!
After going on a short rampage, the robot stops by Eddie's command. Then him and Jimmy try to speak to the people about their purpose of attacking them in the city. The city people try to figure out why they're here as well.
Who are you people? And what are you doing here?
Ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid. It is I, Eddie Voodoo, and this is my brother Jimmy. And this is our robot.
Don't mind us, folks. We're just cleaning the streets, and our robot is helping us with the job. So we advise you people to stay out of our way, and no one gets hurt. We're just gonna tear the city into shreds. If anyone tries to stop us, we'll be killed.
That's right. Brace yourself, people. We're gonna have fun remodeling this place. It's outdated and old.
Meanwhile, we see Seth Norton in his house watching TV, but then his house phone starts to ring. Seth gets out of his chair, goes to the phone, and picks it up. On the phone is the chief, ordering him to come to the police station.
Hello? This is Seth Norton.
Norton, we need you. Come to the police station ASAP.
Is there a problem, Chief?
Yes, there is. But we'll talk about it when you get there.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.
Seth hangs up the phone. Suddenly, he starts to hear his front door being knocked on. He goes to the door and answers it, only to find Bert and Malina at his door, who wanted to see him.
Well, if it ain't my two favorite sidekicks.
What's up, Seth?
What do you both want?
Are you aware that there is a robot in the city attacking people?
Really?
Yeah, it's like a superhero comic book come to life.
Out of nowhere, a random person comes across Bert and Malina, interrupting their conversation and ordering Seth to come stop the robot.
Guys, you must get Seth Norton out here. There's a big freaking robot on our streets and it's gonna kill us all!
The person runs away, and the conversation between Seth and the kids resume.
What do you want me to do about it?
Come on over, Seth.
Come on over where?
To our house.
We then cut to Seth inside Bert and Malina's house, where they are on a computer. Bert gains access to his camera from his drone, where it captures the current crime scene happening in the city.
Okay, so we're going to see who these two morons behind that robot armor are.
There's two of them?
Yeah, it's crazy, I know.
Seems like a bad time to actually be out on the streets watching it.
No shit.
We have a drone with a built-in camera flying around the city 24/7, but it's disguised as a bird.
Bert then looks up the information about the suspects.
The two guys behind the robot are Eddie and Jimmy Voodoo, two robot building specialists. Apparently, the two of them thought that they would test out their newest creation on the streets, but what they don't realize is that they're hurting people with it. It's insane.
Well, to be honest with you two, I don't know what the hell we should do about it, but I gotta go.
Just make sure that the robot doesn't come to your house and destroy it.
I can say the same thing about you two. So stay inside. Don't leave the house. Goodbye.
Seth leaves the house, leaving the kids by themselves.
What do we do now, Bert?
We just stay here and watch the action from the computer.
Well, aren't you no fun sometimes, Bert? We can't just watch it from a bloody screen. We've got to be out there, saving the day.
Yeah, but we have to listen to Seth this time. Unless we come up with a way to go out there and disable that robot somehow.
See, I knew you would care. But, yeah, how do we stop that robot?
We could build some EMP bombs and throw them at the robot.
That's a start. But how are we going to do that?
You know what? We'll scratch that. We don't have the tools, and I don't have any other solution to the problem that we're facing right now.
Crickets! We're doomed.
Later, Seth arrives at the police station. He enters the building, and we hear the intercom giving an announcement to all the officers in the building.
All officers, please make sure to always have your dash cams on at all times. We do not tolerate corrupted officers who choose to disrespect the law by hurting innocent people. Oh, and Mr. Norton, the chief's waiting for you. Get moving!
Listening to the intercom, Seth enters the chief's office for briefing. He also comes across Sergeant Cam Wesson in the office as well.
Hello, Chief. Hello, Wesson.
Inspector Norton. Glad that you can make it.
So, what's the emergency?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Maybe a giant robot in the city blowing shit up and hurting people.
Of course. You can't call bullshit on it.
What do you know about this case?
Yes, there are two brothers controlling a robot to destroy the city. Their names are Eddie and Jimmy Voodoo. They're supposedly testing their creation out in the open, and are just bored out of their minds. It's almost like something out of a Transformers movie, to be honest.
Very good, Inspector Norton. How do you know that? I was going to tell you about that case.
I guess I can read minds.
Impossible.
We have got to put those two bastards away. They don't need to be out there trying to terrorize our city with their giant toy robot.
If anything, we should take it back to where it came from.
Yeah, good luck with that, Seth.
Norton, I thought about hiring a demolition specialist. Her name is Lucca Front, and she's British.
Is she good?
Yep. Your current assignment is to disable that robot with the help of Front, and find a way to grab the Voodoo brother and arrest them. If it become too bad, then end them.
Consider it done, Chief. So where do I meet her?
You will meet Miss Lucca Front near the 10-wheeler police truck. She'll help you get rid of the robot, and so on. You will ride in the truck to the city, and Front will give you something to blow that robot up with. Now there's no time to waste, Norton. Get moving.
Yes, sir.
Seth leaves the chief's office after receiving his assignment.
And you, Wesson, you will drive the truck and escort Norton in front to the crime scene, just to make sure things are going as planned.
Yes, sir.
As Seth and Cam leave the police station to get on the police truck, Bert and Malina had been spying on them the whole time by listening to the conversation between the two and the chief through Bert's cell phone, which is a built-in radio that patches into the building's satellites, if in range. They remain hidden in Bert's car.
I wonder how things are going to go between Seth and Lucca.
Do you even know who that person is, Bert?
Of course I do, Malina. She's a specialist in demolition from your country. There's nothing bad about causing some destruction.
Are you talking about in the city or the robot? Because there already is a problem. The robot plus the city equals destruction. The robot is causing destruction in the city.
Yeah, and the two brothers who are orchestrating it.
We get it.
Alright, so I guess we should stop talking before Seth sees us.
You think?
Seth and Cam arrive at the police truck, where Lucca Front, a British teen demolition specialist, greets the both of them.
Hello, Miss Front.
Hello, Mr. Norton.
I've heard about you.
I can say the same thing about you. My father sent me down here to help you out with a couple of things. He's a pro at blowing shit up, while I've advanced to being a specialist at the same thing. We always keep in touch with each other.
Do you know what the problem is?
Yeah, and I want to help you. Trust me, your police department forwarded the problem to my father, and then to me. I thought I'd help find the solution to it. You can't just go out and just shoot at the giant robot and expect to get the two punks controlling it out of there. You'd get swept away and stepped on, like a bug.
Do you have everything to help me destroy the robot with?
You bet.
So, I can trust you, right?
Yes, Mr. Norton.
Seth and Lucca head for the police truck. Cam hits the switch to open the trailer, which reveals the interior. The interior reveals a computer station.
Hurry up, damn it. We don't have all day.
Yeah, keep your pants on. Hopefully you got a belt for it. I would hate to see you fall.
Grow up, Norton.
Cam gets in the truck, while Seth and Lucca enter the trailer.
Do you people say trousers in America?
No, it's completely different here than it is in your country.
Please fasten your seatbelts. We will now be departing from the police station.
The door of the trailer closes, and the police truck then departs from the police station and heads for the city. Meanwhile, back in the city, a couple of people try getting to the bottom of the Voodoo Brothers' plan.
Excuse me, but what the hell is the point of all this?
Our robot has work to do.
That's right.
This isn't Transformers, so why don't you take your damn robot to some other place?
And how about you piss off?
The second random city person tries to come close to Eddie and the robot, but Eddie makes it stomp the ground, causing him to back off.
We need our robot armor to clean this city up.
That's right.
This is ridiculous. We're not gonna let you do this. We haven't done anything wrong.
That's right, we're this close to having the police come by here.
And what are they gonna do, arrest our robot?
Lady, you are sadly mistaken.
The suitcase guy then comes out of nowhere from the crowd with his gun and fires several shots at Eddie and the robot.
Die, robot!
The gun then runs out of rounds, and the suitcase guy then throws his suitcase at Eddie. He is then surrounded by Eddie as he looks at him like he's stupid, picks him up and throws him back to the crowd. The suitcase guy then surrenders and retracts from him and Jimmy.
First a gun and then a suitcase? Is a little nerdy guy trying to be a hero?
I'm sorry, please don't hurt me.
Get him out of our sight.
What is wrong with you? Are you trying to get us all killed?
One of the people in the crowd escorts the suitcase guy away from the robot.
I believe we're done talking.
Anyone else want to rant about our plans before we continue on? Anyone else wants to play hero? Go ahead, give us your best shots.
Eddie gets the robot to build up a charging laser shot in anger. The people remain staring at them in silence. The robot then retracts its charging shot.
Didn't think so.
Didn't think so either.
Back at the police station, Bert and Malina were watching the crime scene on Bert's phone, recorded from his drone. Bert finally has had it and wants to go and intervene.
Fuck it, we've waited long enough. We have to help these people.
But what about our equipment? What are we going to use?
My car.
Right. Does it have gadgets?
Actually, it does.
Okay, we'll use them.
But I'm not sure if they're tested.
So use them on the fucking robot, Bert!
Hey, stop dropping the F-bomb. Jesus.
You first. You dropped it first, you hypocrite!
You win, Malina. Let's just go.
See? Thank you very much, Bert.
The two drive off in Bert's car. leaving the police station. Seth, Lucca, and Cam arrive at the crime scene. The trailer opens, revealing Seth and Lucca inside it.
You have arrived at your destination.
Are you ready for this, Mr. Norton?
Yeah. What do you have for me to blow shit up with?
For starters, how about this? An RPG.
Lucca gives Seth an RPG. Seth worries that if he misses the robot and if one of the rockets hit any of the buildings, he will have to pay for it.
Well, there goes my paycheck.
Seth nonetheless gets out of the trailer with the RPG and gets the people to let him pass so he can get to the two brothers and confront them.
Excuse me, move. Inspector Norton, coming through.
Look, guys, it's Seth Norton.
It's about time.
All right, Voodoo brothers, meet your newest target.
Well, look at what we have here.
Piss off, Norton. We both know that your rocket launcher won't take our robot down. We have a plan to accomplish.
And I'm here to shut it down, including your robot.
You will try, you bastard.
Eddie. Jimmy? Which one of you is Eddie?
I'm up here.
And I'm down here.
I will blow this robot into pieces with your brother inside and arrest you if you don't tell him to shut it down now.
Well, I think we'll pass. What do you think, Eddie?
I've thought of the same thing, Jimmy.
All right, then. Say hello to my little friend.
Seth fires the only rockets in the RPG at Eddie and the robot, and misses. The rocket kept going straight until it eventually hits a car, causing it to explode.
Wow. Even your little friend ain't interested in us.
Shit.
Poor baby.
Oh my god, this guy sucks.
Eddie uses his robot to pick up Seth and throws him back to the police truck.
Lucca, why did you give me a weak rocket launcher and only one rocket?
Are you sure? If that's the case, then we should have went with the pulse rockets instead of the regular ones. My bad.
I'm hurt. Let's just retreat for now.
Yes, this was a pretty shitty attempt. Let's go.
Lucca gets out the truck to get Seth. She then escorts him back to the truck, and they both get back in. The trailer then closes. Bert and Malina show up at the crime scene and walk towards the front of the truck to speak with Cam. Cam patches through Lucca on his walkie-talkie, and Lucca responds.
Lucca, do you read me?
Yes, sir.
We got two people who wish to see you and Seth. One young adult with a rat hat and his half-sister.
Let them in. Tell him to let them in, Lucca.
Send them over.
Cam opens the trailer, and Bert and Malina go to visit Seth and Lucca. Seth and Lucca get out of the trailer to talk to them.
Hello, Seth.
What do you two want? I'm in slight pain right now.
We're just real concerned about you. We saw you getting your ass kicked out there.
Where the hell were you kids?
We were at our house.
Actually, we left to come help you.
Whatever. I don't want to hear it.
We got a plan to help you.
What is it?
Not knowing that Lucca is standing right next to them, Bert and Malina introduce themselves to her.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lucca. We haven't said hello to you yet. My name is Bert Preston. I'm the older half-brother who is here to help you, ma'am. Me and my half-sister are Crime Stoppers, hall monitors, and your heroes.
I'm Malina Morningham. By the way, my stepbrother is sometimes an ass.
Thanks for the tip. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Were you born in the UK? 'Cause I was.
Not really. Me and my half-brother were born here in America. My mum is half Scottish and half British, but she mostly speaks with a British accent.
Nice, I guess.
Come on, girls. We're talking about the robot now.
Sorry, I didn't expect a girl talk moment to happen.
Me either.
What ideas do you have, Bert and Malina?
If I spew this idea out of my mouth, you would probably kick my ass for it.
No, I won't.
Okay, so what if the Punisher teamed up with Alice from Alice in Wonderland, Batman, and even Peter Pan.
I'm sorry, but what did you just say?
I said that what if the Punisher teamed up with Alice from Alice in Wonderland, Batman, and even Peter Pan?
That's completely random to me.
I know it's crazy, but think about it. Someone has to be them. That way the Voodoo brothers won't recognize us and we'll have a way of putting them down. It's like a comic book come to life. It would kick ass.
I don't think that bloody plan will work, Bert.
Yeah, it will.
I agree with Malina. Bert, how is this gonna work?
Simple. I'll go buy the costumes, come back, and then we'll go back to your house, Seth, and change. Then we'll go out there with weapons, pose as badasses, and kick some ass.
Wow, that's actually creative. I like the plan. Let's do it. But wait, who is going to be the Punisher, Batman, Alice, and Peter Pan?
Okay, Seth will be the Punisher, you will be Peter Pan, Malina will be Alice, and I'll be Batman.
What am I going to do as Alice?
Keep complaining and I'll find a way to put you in a bottle and give it to the White Rabbit to piss in.
You know what? You're not being an ass. You're being a complete dick.
Alright, you two, that's enough. We're still in deep shit. And all you two want to do is argue. Let's just get this over with. Bert, get the costumes and be back here in 5.
Alright.
Bert leaves to get the costumes from a store. 5 minutes later, Bert comes back with the costumes.
Alright, I got the costumes. Now let's head back to your place, Seth.
Very well. Everyone, get in.
Lucca, Bert, and Malina get in the trailer of the police truck.
Wesson, drive us back to my place.
Alright, get in.
Seth and Cam get in the police truck, and they all drive away from the scene. We're now back in Seth's house, in his bedroom, where we see Seth, the kids, and Lucca near Seth's closet, changing into their costumes. Bert goes first as he changes into his Batman costume. He comes out and shows himself as Batman to them.
What's up, guys? I'm Batman. Or better yet, Bertman.
No, you're not. You're Bert, and you're still a dick.
Malina, please. Who's next?
I'll go.
Malina takes her costume and enters Seth's closet to change. She then comes out, exposing herself in her Alice costume.
Wonderful. You look wonderful.
Thanks, Mr. Norton.
I'm next.
Lucca goes to the closet to change into her Peter Pan costume. She comes out afterwards to reveal herself in the costume.
Look at me, I'm Peter Pan. Where's Captain Hook?
He's not here. Well, looks like I'm the last one to go, so, wish me luck.
Seth takes his costume and goes to his closet to change. Later, coming out of his own closet, Seth reveals himself in his Punisher costume.
Well?
Now that's just badass.
It's so marvelous. I love it.
9 out of 10 for you, Mr. Norton.
Thanks, you guys. So, who's ready to punish the Voodoo brothers?
We all are.
Let's get going then.
Seth and the gang head back out to the police truck, where Cam was sitting out there waiting for them.
Huh, nice costume, Seth. What's up with that?
Let's just call it a surprise for the Voodoos, Wesson.
Right.
Cam gets in the truck, completely confused about their plan.
Shall we go over the next part of our plan?
Let's hear it.
Okay, here's how it goes. We want to take down the robot with a rope, but to do that, first, me and Malina will try to distract it. You, Lucca, will jump in and act like the Voodoos are threatening to blow us away. You will stop the fight, and then Seth will come in with a motorcycle while holding the rope. Seth will drive around the robot in a circle, connect the rope to its legs, and tie them up to make it fall. How do you like that idea?
You know, Bert, that doesn't sound too bad. But, we don't have a motorcycle.
Bert looks around for a motorcycle. He sees one and goes to get it. He then comes back on screen with the motorcycle. Cam opens the trailer. Bert, Malina, and Lucca then enter the trailer. They drive off, leaving Seth as he gets on the motorcycle and starts to follow them. Meanwhile, back at the city, the police truck arrives back at the crime scene, where Bert, Malina, and Lucca get out and make their way to the Voodoo brothers. Like Cam, the people are confused by the purpose of being in costumes.
Make way, people. We're here to stop the fools who are causing chaos.
Where's Seth Norton?
Yeah, where is he?
He'll be here shortly. He's getting gas.
How do you know about that?
Because we're his sidekicks. Now let us by.
It's all part of the plan, guys.
Aren't you Lucca Front? And what's with the costumes?
Bloody hell, how many questions are you going to ask?
Where's your rocket launcher?
I left it at home, okay?
Eddie and Jimmy see Bert and Malina coming to them. Bert and Malina would begin their conversation with them.
Stop what you're doing, Voodoos.
And what do we have here?
I don't know, but they look so weird.
We're here to put an end to your robot apocalypse. You won't have any G's left to fire your guns and take down the city, you imbeciles.
What the hell are you talking about, Batman?
He's talking about you two's pure bullshit and how you need to stop hurting the people.
Don't you got a rabbit hole to crawl into or something? Or a tea party?
Yeah, you gather just fake heroes.
Well, fuck you.
Well, they're completely useless.
Why don't you two scram or find out where you live?
Yeah, so that way after we get done with the city, we'll come for you too.
Lucca then jumps into the conversation.
What the hell are you waiting for then, boys?
Huh. Great, now we got Peter Pan trying to tell us off.
Go back to Neverland, kid.
How about you two go back to the junkyard and take apart your robot? Use some parts to build something else, like a telescope or a lamp. Do you guys realize you have no life, yet you want to destroy other people's lives?
Why do you care so much?
We do! We all care! Unlike you two idiots, you guys must be very bored with your lives. Do you have an addiction to dangerous things or violence? Or both? What good do you get out of terrorizing people with your bloody robot? Get it out of our town!
Shut her up.
With pleasure.
Under Eddie's command, the robot charges up its laser.
I don't think so.
Look, someone's coming our way.
Lucca quickly moves out of Eddie's way. Afterwards, Seth comes storming in on a motorcycle with a rope in his hand, avoiding the crowd, and uses it to tie the robot around its legs. The robot, along with Eddie, then falls to the ground, ruining its charging shot and causing it to quickly retract. Bert and Malina go to handcuff Eddie afterwards.
You know, you really should have listened to her.
Seth stops his motorcycle, only to look at Jimmy. Jimmy then takes off, running away, and Seth follows him. Seth then stops, turns around, and drives away, as Jimmy comes back on screen, controlling their second robot.
What do you got to say now, punk?
Suddenly, Cam unexpectedly comes with the truck and hits Jimmy and the robot, knocking both of them down and saving Seth's life.
Ugh!
Wesson!
Seth.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Cam gets out of the truck, and him and Seth get Jimmy out of the robot before handcuffing them.
I got a question for you, Jimmy. Where do you get them robots? How do you build one?
Meanwhile, the kids and Lucca try to hold the handcuffed Eddie for as long as they can.
Looks like this guy is done, Bert.
Yep, he sure is.
Eddie somehow breaks free, taking the kids by surprise, and then takes out his gun.
Bert! Malina!
Seth comes to the rescue as Eddie draws his gun at Bert, Malina, and Lucca by taking his gun out and draws it on him, ordering him to drop his weapon.
Drop your weapon, Eddie. You're gonna ruin your chance to live. Put your hands up.
I'm not gonna listen to you, Seth Norton. I'm just gonna kill these two sidekicks and scram.
This is your last warning, Eddie. I'm giving you to the count of 3 to surrender, or I'll open fire.
Go to hell.
1.
Eddie continues to have his gun drawn at the kids.
2.
Eddie then draws his gun at Seth quickly.
3.
Seth opens fire at Eddie, hitting him several times in the torso. Eddie drops dead shortly after. The people who have been watching the climax the whole time cheer for Seth.
I take back what I said about Seth Norton. I love you, Seth!
Lucca then walks up to see Seth.
This was a complete waste of my time.
Well, hey, look at the bright side. We saved people, we've put down the robots, and now we can live our lives again.
Lucca, it was nice working with you.
Same to you, Seth. I didn't really have much fun either. I'm exhausted. I'll inform the chief that you guys did a good job.
Hey, can you guys take us out of this mess? We're just hall monitors.
Yeah, our job is to watch the streets. The police headquarters don't know that we have our own crime-stopping business.
Alright. So it'll just be me and you that saved the day, Mr. Norton?
Right.
Nice knowing you, mate. I don't think we'll see each other again.
Yeah, pretty much. Have a safe trip back to Britain.
I will. Thank you.
Seth and Lucca shake hands. Cam walks up to the people with a megaphone to inform them about the update of the crime scene.
Everyone, you're free to go now. Please go back to your homes and be safe. Thank you for your cooperation and have a nice day.
The city people begin walking away from the crime scene, quietly.
You know, I didn't realize the guy in the Punisher costume was Seth Norton. He came crashing in like the badass he is.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man better.
Okay.
Later, back at the police station, Seth and Lucca are being rewarded by the chief for their actions, and we end with that scene entirely.
Mr. Norton, Miss Front, even though Eddie Voodoo is deceased, Jimmy Voodoo will be facing 25 years in prison for attempting to kill all the people in his city, using him and his brother robots to do so. You two did a fantastic job taking them down. Overall, Miss Front, your next flight back to Britain will leave tomorrow. So go get some rest. Inspector Norton, you're dismissed for the rest of the day. Go get some rest too.